Hey everyone. So I'm doing a quick general reading for today. You're probably going to be hearing fireworks. It is not the 4th of July today, so there was no reading because I was spending time with my lovely people, my bestest friends. So today is going to be a quick general reading. If it gets annoying, I apologize. Stick with me throughout this time. I can't really control if you're hearing it or if it's in the background. So we're going to do a general reading using our Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck by Julia Massaglia. And we're just going to see what the cards have to say for us. So this reading is going to be general. It's timeless, so if it resonates with you, take everything with a grain of salt as always, and if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, okay? If you are new here, welcome. This is Rebel Pro Readings. I am Noelle. Pleasure seeing you guys. If you have been here for a while, what's going on? So, before we begin, we are going to do a quick sound cleansing. So, let's do that before we do anything. Ready. Let's see. What do we have to hear? What's our message for today? Who's this even for? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna get into it, but first, let's call upon our ancestors closest to the sun, our spirit guides, our angels, whoever it is that helps us to feel divinely protected in this moment. Any evil eye, negative intentions, or monitoring spirits are not welcome here. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here, okay? If there is negativity that is sent our way, that is going to get transmuted into peace, love, abundance, prosperity, and all of the good things, okay? So, what's the message? What do we need to know? Let's see. Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins, everyone. All right. So we're going to read the energy and the symbolism in the card. So off the bat, I'm like drawn to this rabbit. Okay. So with the Queen of Coins, this is someone who is very much in their financial abundance era. They are individual who understands the luxuries and the wonderful material things in the world. Okay. So when I look at the rabbit here, right, the bunny, something that came up for me was someone who might be trying to engage in like family planning. This could be someone who is helping someone else in the process of family planning. So it could be that this individual has been navigating motherhood for like a while, and they're almost kind of like showing somebody else the ropes. Okay. So the energy that I'm getting from the card is a little bit of a mixed bag. So this is someone who is like stepping into a different version of the mother. Okay. So this could be someone whose like child might be a little bit more grown up now. They might be navigating like challenges that you have been navigating or like navigated in the past. I feel like this Queen of Coins might have been like a young mom, might have been like a young mom. And they're trying their best to like guide again, either like their daughter or like a daughter like figure. Okay. Um, I'm getting a sensation that there's like conflict due to wanting to help out. So this is kind of like a intention versus impact situation based off the energy here. Um, this feels like somewhat like an outside party feels like this Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Coins is overstepping, or they feel some type of way, but they're not communicating it. So the energies are a little bit like mixed up here. So it's a little bit hard to tell, but currently right now, like what I'm getting is this is like someone who's helping somebody else navigate motherhood, and I'm hearing like helping to like establish like a home routine. Okay. So this could be a Taurus, this could be a Virgo or a Capricorn. And this doesn't necessarily have to be like motherhood as in like human baby, right? Like this could be like motherhood in terms of like having like your first pet, or having like a newfound responsibility, or like a newfound responsibility. So, okay, yeah, no, hold on. Newfound responsibility, or someone might be temporarily taking care of a child. It could be like fostering, it could be like there's a situation with a family member, and this younger person is stepping up to the plate. Like the images, the visuals in my head that I'm getting is like someone might have not wanted children, but like because of certain circumstances, they volunteered to like be a safe haven. That's what I'm getting. Okay, being a safe haven towards someone else's child, someone else's kid. Oh man, okay. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of conflict. This Queen of Coins might be navigating a sticky situation. Like there's no like malice, or like there isn't like malicious intentions here. It feels like one of those situations where like life has gotten messy. It feels like life is messy right now for this person. Okay, let's get a clarifying card. Because when this comes out, like this is like someone who is very grounded, they're nurturing, they have like a realistic grasp on like the earthly realm. But for the energy in here, like this person is almost kind of like stuck between like a rock and a hard place. They might not know how to approach the situation, or like the individuals around this person aren't trying to see the perspective here. These could be individuals who haven't had a child, so they don't know the nuance involved, or they're seeing it from like their perspective as like children, not the parent. I'm very curious to see. Hang on, okay, let's get a clarifier, because the energy there is like very, there's like a lot of conflict. It's a little bit intense, so I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier. Dude, I can't make it up. All right. So Seven of Wands in this context is someone feeling like they have to like really double down on boundaries, or like other people are not respecting their boundaries right now. So the energy and the symbolism here, so for whatever reason, okay, when I look at the card, I can't help but notice there's a little bit of like the symbolism here, like the crossing of wands. This feels like a situation where there's a lot of individuals who are like trying to step over boundaries, and the same party. So I'm just gonna give you like an example, okay? Like it feels like the same party. Let's say it's like a group of people, okay? Like friends, family, whatever. These people, right? These individuals have benefited from this individual not having boundaries. So this person is feeling like they have to like really like keep their guard up. But what this individual doesn't know, okay, is that there's actually like cross conflict. It's almost kind of like friendly fire going on. And it makes me feel like there was something going on, like someone wasn't agreeing with like the habitual boundary crossing, okay? and now there's a little bit of like conflict amongst themselves. This could be family, this could be friends, but it could also be like a work environment because it's wands, right? But because of the Queen of Coins, this really feels like it's like a family situation right now. Maybe extended family. It doesn't feel like immediate family. It feels like someone over on like dad's side or like cousins, something going on there. Okay, like there's something happening, like, but there's definitely like friendly fire going on here. Okay. And what's interesting is that the energy in this card, this person feels like they've had to fight for quite a long time. So they're almost feeling like burdened. They're feeling like no one's on their side right now. Um, and it almost kind of feels like this person got themselves into this situation due to lack of transparency. Or they might have tried to spin a situation. This person got themselves into this, but it feels like if they were initially upfront about what the initial conflict or what it was initially, they wouldn't be here now. So this almost kind of feels like this person like was engaging in a little bit of like people pleasing tendencies, and it took them a while to set boundaries, and these individuals got used to that person not having boundaries. And now that they're standing firm and they're doubling down, they're like, no, I can't do that, or I'm at capacity, or like, you gotta like lead me out of it, or whatever, right? It feels like now there's an uproar. So it feels like if this person like honored their truth from the get-go, this probably would have been a little less intense. Okay. Um, I feel for this person because I think often, because if this is a family situation, again, I'm going based off the energy here. I'm going based off the energy here, right? So again, like take it with a grain of salt because like in spirituality or like in the case of like tarot, right? There isn't necessarily like genders. Again, it's just whatever you uniquely identify in terms of like masculine and feminine, right? But this Queen of Coins actually has a little bit more of like a masculine like way about them in terms of like they've always had to be like the strong ones. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say like masculine and feminine. Okay. And then this individual feels masculine in the sense of like someone who has to like take on more than they want to. Okay. So this is almost kind of like maybe even like financial responsibilities. This could, again, this could be something to do with like a child or like a shared responsibility that involves finances. Okay. So this might be, again, take with a grain of salt, might be like a child support. This might be someone moving out or planning to move out. Like there was some type of conflict where this person is trying to guide someone else in terms of like a motherly role. Okay. And then this conflict feels like it's pushing someone to leave an environment. Okay. Or this person already left this environment and they're trying to almost like drag this person back in by crossing their boundaries. Okay. And again, there's friendly fire going on here. Okay. So the call's coming from inside the house. There's two individuals who are not happy with each other, and it almost feels like pettiness. It feels like there's pettiness in the sense of like, oh yeah, like you want to play that game even though like we've all been involved here. Bet, watch what happens. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna pull one more card and then we're gonna do bottom of the deck energy here, okay? Let's see. Oof. Six of coins. Six of coins. Okay. Yeah, this conflict got complicated. Okay. So, reading the energy and the symbolism in the card here, there was a lot of unfairness going on. There's a lot of unfairness going on. This person feels like they've always had to kind of like keep their guard up, keep their wall up. They feel like they might not be as trusting right now with these individuals just because of like everything that's going on. And due to that, you have this sense of like obligation. Okay. This feels like a obligation. This feels almost kind of like family obligation, almost kind of like the person is being like guilt tripped into helping out, or like they're trying to guilt trip someone into helping out, but the individual here who is helping out is doing it because they know it's the right thing to do, but they just don't appreciate the manipulation tactics and the boundary crossing there. So this could be an individual, okay, that is naturally like giving, like they're naturally giving and like charitable at heart, but with everything, right? Like as humans usually do, when you give an inch, they like to take a mile, right? So this also makes me feel like even though you're helping or you feel obligated or they're trying to make you feel obligated, you're gonna do it no matter what because of like your character and like who you are as a person. But there's going to be balance restored soon. So there's going to be, even here, like I didn't even realize, but like there's going to be balance restored soon involving like the financial obligation here. Okay. And it could be due to like further boundary setting, or like again, like you might like literally just be picking up and moving, right? Like you're like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to go somewhere where like people can't like readily like access me or something, right? But balance is going to be restored soon. And because, again, like this individual, like you're very naturally giving, like you have a big heart and like you want to help. But the tactics that were used to get you to help were underhanded, it feels like. Okay. So there's like this wave of like, I don't appreciate those methods, right? And because of this being the Six of Coins, you might be. Oh wow, okay. All right, now again, take this with a grain of salt, but you might actually be like donating money out of spite, if that makes sense. Like again, like you're a charitable person by nature, but it feels like you're almost gonna be like, oh yeah, you're gonna try to guilt trip me into, helping out and doing all these things because, like, oh, like you gotta help out family, or you gotta do this, or there's like wave of toxicity here. This person might just be like, can't help you out, donated all my money to charity, or the money that I was gonna give you is going to this whatever, okay, this fund, this charity, whatever. um that's actually very funny. That's actually really funny. Whoever this person is, like the energy here, I can understand the thought process there. But balance is going to be restored, okay, because it strikes me as someone who it does not like to be manipulated or like guilt tripped into doing something. They like their free will, they like their freedom. So the fact that someone is trying to get them to do something, they're not a fan and like they're shutting that down. Again, hence like the balance is going to be restored soon. This feels like someone's gonna like again, like you're gonna help out, but you're gonna like let the person like hear about it. You're gonna like let them like hear about it. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna do bottom of the deck energy. Okay, so this is the shadow side of the reading, the things that we are not aware of given this current reading. Okay, so let's see what we get. Bro, oh my goodness. Oh gosh, okay, like Five of Wands. There's competition going on, dude. There's conflict. What is going on? What is happening in this read? This feels like this, like a boys will be boys energy for some reason. It still feels familial. That's why I'm confused. What is going on in the family dynamic here? Hold on. Give me a second. All right, all right, before we do anything, all right, so like with the Five of Wands, this has to do with competition, competitiveness. Again, since it's wands, it could be like manifestation, it could be career, it could be passion. So what I feel like we're not getting, so if this is the shadow side of the reading, what I feel like we're not getting is that there is a competitive nature to this family dynamic. Again, like it's weird. It's like this, like there's this like toxicity. It's like, yeah, we're a family, but also like I'm gonna like compete with you, like almost kind of like you can't be doing better than me, which does not make sense to me. Again, this could be like a very much like everyone for themselves type of energy. That is confusing. That is confusing. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm gonna put a little bit more information in the description once we're done. But that was like a lot of like this reading's a little bit heavy. Like this reading's like a little bit heavy. So whoever this is for, okay, um, go to your outside supports outside of the family dynamic because this feels like very much like again, like I don't usually get like tongue-tied here, but there's a lot of factors at play. And we do not have time to get that deep into it, but interesting. Yeah, no, this reading is a little bit heavy. I don't know what something might have happened here. Something might have happened here. There could have been a rupture. Someone is like now engaging in like this like mother role. Someone's like leaving the den. That's what I'm getting. Like someone's like leaving the den. This could be someone who's moving out on their own, or like maybe like they've been with the family for a while here, but they're like, okay, like I'm kind of done with this. I don't agree, and I'm out. Okay, like this is like what I'm getting here. Like this feels like someone's taking on like a motherly role to this individual. This Queen of Pentacles might not be seeing like the full picture when it comes to like the home right now. Like they're helping out, but this might not even be like their own child. Like they might be like helping someone else. Could be family still, but this feels like they're helping out someone else to like take on like a newfound responsibility or like a leap of faith in terms of like the earthly realm. This feels like someone's like getting an apartment for the first time and this person's like trying to help them like figure it out, or they're allowing this person to stay in their home like as like a courtesy. There's like something going on here. The reason I bring that up is because like this energy is the boundary energy, so it feels like this person has had to kind of like navigate or tiptoe throughout like conflict and manipulation and like people constantly like crossing their boundaries. And again, like there's friendly fire going on here. Something's going on there. This group of people have gotten used to almost kind of like triangulating or like blaming each other. It's like if it's like not Susie, then it's like Janet, and like Janet's also telling Susie about like what Becca said, and like all these other like there's a lot of just like going back and forth. But these two, something happened here, and there's friendly fire. There's friendly fire going on. And because of that conflict, someone feels financially obligated to help out. They're gonna do it, but they're letting everyone know that they're not happy about it and they're sick. They're sick and tired of this conflict and feeling like they have to defend themselves all the time, or they feel like they have to like put out these like over boundaries. But balance is gonna be restored soon. So whatever this financial, whoever it is, right? Once that's over, the balance is going to be restored. But also just be mindful that there's a lot of conflict, a lot of like competition going on. But once that's resolved, it should be smooth sailing, but the fact that we have this as like the shadow card, there's a lot going on that's not being said. So again, like this could be almost like family secrets, could be avoidance in the family, but yeah, yeah. This energy was a little bit heavy for today, but so I'm also seeing, I'm looking at the numbers here. So 7-6, something could be coming to light tomorrow. So July 6th, or this also could be like, we do the math here, 13, so like July 13th, something could be significant, like some piece of information here surrounding like boundaries and finances. Um, could be that you feel like you have to like defend yourself with this particular financial obligation, or someone's going to try to make you feel like you have to defend yourself. Um, yeah, but whatever this is, be mindful of holding your ground, being assertive but kind, right? And then being mindful of restoring the balance involving your finances. Okay, so like if there was something going on in terms of financial obligation, you're also allowed to set boundaries with that or reevaluate as necessary. Um, you're gonna be resting soon once this situation resolves itself, but yeah, just be mindful. Just be mindful of having to like keep your guard up. Okay. Little bit heavy on the energy today, but this person definitely is going to be able to figure it out, but they're going to definitely have to like pull from that inner strength, and also rely on the help of others. Don't be afraid to ask others for help or like refer out if a situation is like bigger than you, right? Because like we don't know everything, and then also like in times of like difficulty, right? Like it's okay to like rely on other people as well. But huh. Okay, a little bit of a different reading today, but hey, we hold space for all types of energy, right? So I think that's about it for this reading. But if you stayed with me throughout the whole thing, thank you so much. You are a trooper. If you stopped by, I'm also very grateful. I understand that there's 9 million things going on, so your presence is appreciated. I hope you have a amazing night or day whenever you're watching this. And then besides that, again, just very grateful. As always, you are divinely protected, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care, guys.